Okay, so yesterday after making the video that I made yesterday talking about just random crap, talking about how I've just kind of been low and everything, got a phone call from my husband telling me that he had just found out that a girl that he knew that I only knew on Facebook, but we had planned to meet and everything, and she died, and he was told that she had died 2 months ago, and then I went to her Facebook page and found out she died back in September, so before we even moved here, which would be, I think, right around the time that my good friend growing up's brother died. And so I want to talk about that. And I don't know, just kind of talk about how I feel, because at the moment I don't really have anyone to talk about how I feel about it to. I kind of talked to my husband about it, and he could just tell something was really bothering me last night, and asked me what was wrong, and just said I was sad about her, and I guess it's just really not really interesting, but kind of crazy how I never physically met this girl, and her death kind of has really affected me a lot, and I mean, death is sad, but sometimes some people, die, and you feel more sad or more shaken up about their passing than you do somebody else, and you can, that may be insensitive, but it's the truth, and she and I, we talked on Facebook, and commented each other's pictures, and she commented, some of my older music or song videos that I uploaded back in 2009, and back when, and I went back on my videos from 2009. They're still up on this YouTube. They sucked. They're awful. But as I continued making song videos, and she would comment, and for a little while she kind of went, I guess, hiatus from the internet. She didn't really, she had suspended her Facebook and wasn't really using her Tumblr for a while, and I kind of just thought this was one of those things. I didn't realize that she hadn't been posting and commenting because she was dead. I just thought she was really busy with, life, and sometimes you have to take a break from the internet, and I'm almost to that point where I really need to, and it's almost like I can't. It's like an addiction, but also another reason why is because this is the only way I have to communicate with people back in the States, and we just got Skype, so I can call, but I don't have people's numbers. I have my family's numbers, but I'm not that close with my family, though I plan on calling them this weekend, talk to my brother. And it's just weird how, and it kind of goes to show that when you're, I guess, souls kind of connect to, there's some people that you meet or talk to, like she and I only talked online, or you can see pictures and you feel connected to them. And I kind of felt connected to this girl because she reminded me a lot of myself. She's seemed kind of quirky, and she liked the things that I like, and also I kind of had a crush on her. And she seemed really nice, and, of course, whatever, but, like, she always had something really nice to say about, like, my pictures and my videos, and I just really felt that she and I would have got along really well, and so we had to even plan to hang out the next time I went up to Michigan, and so now I'm not ever gonna get to do that, which is weird, kind of saddening. You really want to meet somebody, and like they're just taken off this this plane, before you get to actually meet them. And so now I'm dealing with that also. You had the unexplained kind of lowness, and now you have like the explained. And along with her death, like I said, my friend growing up, who she and I felt became really close, growing up, in high school, and that's a major part of growing up. We were in ROTC together, and she was the commanding officer in JROTC. People would think I went to college for it. I didn't. I was in high school. She was the commanding officer before me, and she passed it down to me, and so we kind of, and that wasn't the only reason. We also did drill together, and we had, we just got along. And she's this very wise person who I always went to for advice, dating advice. She helped me through a lot of family problems, helped me not kill myself several times, just motivating me to continue on. And I remember I thought I was pregnant once in high school, and I was too afraid to buy the home pregnancy test because I was afraid my mom or dad would find out that I had been having sex, which eventually they did. But my mom did, and then of course she told my dad, whatever. But so she had went out to the store during school and got me this home pregnancy test, and we did it in the bathroom there at school, and I wasn't pregnant. And her brother ended up also being an ROTC, and that was the extent that I knew him. But I remember we had this summer camp thing that we did, an ROTC for the new cadets coming in, and he was part of my, it was some kind of, or maybe it was some kind of like drill camp thing to teach the cadets that wanted to know, wanted to be competing and stuff. And he was part of my platoon, and he was like really scrawny, and he was this pro. I had met him before, and he was always really quiet, but at her house and stuff, and I always tried to make him laugh, because quiet people can't be quiet around me. I have to engage in conversation with them or make them laugh. Otherwise, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like it's my job sometimes to break people out of their shells and stuff. And he died in a bicycle accident. Thinking of it, it would be around the same time. I'm pretty sure it was in September. It might have been at the end of August. I just remember it was right before we moved here to Italy. And I think it's hard because, they're on Facebook still. People don't delete their Facebooks, and I'm part of a group in loving memory of Matt, the brother that died, And sorry, it just got dark and yeah, there we go. I try not to read the comments too much because it makes me really sad, and I accept death for myself. I'm not afraid of it at all. And you can say what you want. I'm like, oh yeah, you say you're not afraid, and then when you're faced with it, no, I'm not afraid of it. I accept the fact that it happens. It's going to happen, and I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't really care how it's going to happen. I might suffer before I die, or it might be instant. Either way, I'm ready for it when it does come and happen. And I mean, until it does, I'm going to live my life and try to live it to the fullest that I can. But when other people die, it's like, what the fuck? Why does it hurt so much? We know it's going to happen. Myself, especially, I was faced with it, like, I think the earliest I was, 11, so that's kind of young. Other people deal with it way before that, I'm sure, but, your whole life, you are prepped for death. But when other people die, it's just so much harder to deal with. Hurts so bad inside. Like, my soul, my heart is just crying. And I try to write a song about it, and I can't because I'm just angry. Just one of the steps of grieving, whatever. I don't know. I just feel really bad that I didn't know she was gone. I mean, really, how could I? I didn't go to her Facebook and see what was going on. I just figured she was just taking a break from the internet, and it's just kind of frustrating that it happened in September and I'm just finding out about it now. I feel like a bad friend, bad person for not knowing. It's not the first time a friend or someone has died and I didn't know about it. A guy I grew up with found out last year killed himself, but I found out he killed himself he had killed himself the year before, and I didn't even know. I grew up with this guy. He was my neighbor, and we hung out outside of school and stuff in high school, and found out that he killed himself a year later, and that was just really hard to deal with because how do you find out about something a year later? Someone dying, someone that you know. And this is really a depressing video, and I'm really sorry, but I need to talk about it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna freak out inside. You guys know how it is. And I'm just gonna try to take this anguish and pain and whatever, depression, and try to write some music out of it. And I would just really appreciate positive thoughts and prayers and energy and positiveness. If you could send it my way, anything that you have to spare, because shit keeps going down and it feels like just walking on the edge there. Edge of the cliff, just looking down, and any moment, in Star Trek, the movie, the newest one, when they launch the red matter into Vulcan and starts imploding. I think that's the word. And Winona Ryder is standing on the edge, and she gets brought down with the planet. That's how I feel. So any positive energy, high frequencies you can send me, I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.